What's up, guys? Welcome to Parlay Power Hour for June 26, 2021. How's everyone doing today?
Feeling good, feeling good. We went back to the 500 yesterday, not what I was hoping for, but I'm excited to get back at it today. Like you always say, you got to get back up on the horse. So that's what we're doing.
That's betting. You need to get back up on the horse. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. I'm going to ask Will this question. Will, what hour of the day is this?
It is the best hour of everyone's day.
Best hour of everyone's day. All 1,100, I think it's up to now. 1,100 viewers from yesterday's Parlay Power Hour. So shout out to you guys. You're all awesome. And make sure you subscribe to the Sports 2.0 Network on YouTube. We had a freaking horse racing show this morning, and now we're talking about mainstream sports. What other channel is going to do that? I'll tell you how many. Freaking zero. Subscribe to the Sports 2.0 Network. Let's look at our records. We're going to start with Will the Wizard because he is the wizard. 23, 15, and 4. Oh, he added the pushes. He didn't take my advice. He's been taking all these hockey over-unders at 5 goals instead of 5.5 goals because he thinks he's hot stuff. And now he's pushing out every time. So, Will, talk to me a little bit about your record.
Well, you'll see this morning, I did take your advice. I did take the 5.5 on one of the lines today. So we'll see how that treats me. But, yeah, 4 pushes in basically the last week, I think. So I've had a lot of 2-1-1 days, a lot of 1-2-1 days. We need to hit back onto the winning streak. Get a solid 4-0 day today.
You know what, though? Like Grant just said, that's betting. We get back on the horse. And we freaking deliver today. It's Friday. We're going to deliver on our last show of the week. We got Grant, the one and only here, Mitchell, 40-31 on the season, just running away with the best record on the show right now. Grant, how you been doing lately?
I've been doing good. You know, I'm taking I think it was the Brett Favre approach. I'm retired. He retired with the most interceptions and the most touchdowns. So I'm going for the most wins and the most losses. I'm laying it down every day. And yeah, I'm pumped up. You know, like you said, we got over 1,000. We had 1,000 views on yesterday's episode within an hour of the stream going live. So, you know, big shout out to everybody that tuned in, and we've got more on the way.
Now, Will the Wizard thinks they're all for him, but you know what? Some are there for me and Grant. I know it for sure. Okay, so Tanner, Kern. I'm going to go 3-0 today. Here's my theory. I was 0-3. I was 1-2. I was 2-1 yesterday, and now I'm 3-0. So I'm just like I'm going down and up like a plane, up backwards plane motion or something.
Like a parabola.
Like parabola. There you go. Freaking math major.
Well, Tanner, you know what? You can't go 4-0, just like the Phoenix Suns can't go 4-0 because the Clippers won last night, like I told you they would.
Yeah, okay, so I do apologize for that. I picked my first basketball bet on the show last night. I said Phoenix Suns. You know what? Okay, Suns in 4. But you know what, Grant? Here's the thing about Suns in 4. Suns, it doesn't matter if they win in 5, 6, 7. It doesn't matter. Suns in 4 is a mindset. It's a mentality, Grant. They're going into games thinking we're the best team on this court right now, and no one's going to stop us. That's what Suns in 4 is all about. Suns in 4 is not about winning on the court. It's about winning the mental game before they even step foot on the court, Grant. So, yeah.
Well, whatever.
Maybe me and Grant need to team up for more picks. It worked out yesterday very well.
You guys went against me yesterday. And you know what? When the Suns do play, you know, I was going to bet the Suns a day early because I know they play tomorrow night, right, Grant?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. They play tomorrow night. So I was going to bet them a day early just because I'm so excited about the Suns in 4 mentality. But I'm going to hold that off. I'll bet them next week if the series is still going. So anyways, guys, let's get into it. We'll start with Grant. Speaking of basketball, he's got the Hawks at +8 versus the Bucks. The Hawks come out. We thought they were going to cover +8. They didn't just cover +8. They made a statement, one game one. Grant thinks they're going to do +8 again tonight. I kind of like that as well. Grant, what's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, +8 is just, you know, frankly, it's ridiculous to sleep on the Hawks this much. Now, one thing I will say is that I do think the Bucks will win this game. So far, the Hawks have won every game one in the NBA playoffs, and they've lost every game two. They've been the underdog in every series, so they've had that ability to sneak up on a home team in their home arena. They're thinking, you know, oh, it's just the 5-seed Hawks. We're not going to pay them any mind. Now the Bucks got that wake-up call. Trae Young went for 48, 11, and 7. So obviously that's not going to happen again. But the Hawks have played everybody super close. And if you look back on these playoffs, the last time they lost by more than 8 points was Game 3 against the 76ers. That's a distant memory at this point. So the way that the Hawks are playing, and frankly the way the Bucks are playing, shooting threes terribly. Chris Middleton, at one day he looks like the next coming of Kevin Durant, and the next he looks like the next coming of Ben Simmons because he can't make a shot. So there's just too much inconsistency in Milwaukee. Hawks, like I said, I think they lose a close one, maybe by 3, 4, 5 points, but they're covering +8 without a doubt.
Yeah, I agree with that, especially after the way they played. But we called it right. We said the Bucks are they're riding high. They're coming in a little deflated. The Hawks play every game like they think they're gonna win, and it showed in Game 1. Now, Will, let's head over to you. We're gonna go. You got Bucks at -4.5. You said, who cares about the Hawks? Bucks are gonna blow them off the court tonight. What's your thoughts? Oh, first half.
First half.
And you got the Hawks on the money line too. Okay.
No, that's just the odds for the Bucks first half.
Okay.
But I think the Bucks will come out a little more on fire in this one. Grant mentioned Chris Middleton went 1 for 8 from 3 or 1 for 9, I think, after he took the last shot at the end of the game. Why they went to him at the end of the game after shooting 1 for 8 from 3 for the whole game, I don't know. But I think Chris Middleton will start to hit some shots in this one. They did cover this first half spread in Game 1. They were up 5 going into the second half. So I think they can do it again. I do like Grant's bet at +8 for the Hawks. We took it last time. I think they'll probably cover that, keep it close again. But I agree with Grant. The Bucks should come out with this one. I think they cover the first half spread and make it 1-1 going back to ATO.
Yeah, the Hawks have been a second half team throughout these playoffs too. Like how many 10, 20-point comebacks have we seen them pull? So we should all expect the Bucks to get out to a hot start. I like this bet from Will too.
All right. I mean, I'm on board too. I mean, I might as well join you guys. You're winning more than I am right now. So let's get into a little baseball right now. We got the Chicago Cubs and the Los Angeles Dodgers. I love the Dodgers. I love the freaking Los Angeles Dodgers. You know why? They're the only team in baseball that I would trust the day after they got no hit to cover on the run line. The only team in baseball. They got 3 MVPs in the line. You got Mookie Betts, you got Cody Bellinger, you got Albert Pujols. Albert Pujols is at a career resurgence with the Dodgers. Cody Bellinger needs to figure out his timing a little bit, but he's going to figure it out. Mookie Betts, don't have a stomach issue 2 days ago and step your game up. That's what I'm going to say to them. But you know what? The Los Angeles Dodgers cover tonight. They cover tonight. Tony Gonsolin is on the mound against Jake Arrieta. I don't care about Jake Arrieta. I don't. And you know what? We talk about the no-hitter last night. The Dodgers still walked 8 times. They had 8 base runners throughout the evening. That's not that bad, okay? So I know they got technically no hit. It looks cool. It's a good story. It's good clickbait. But you know what? I feel sorry for Jake Arrieta tonight because he is absolutely going to get pounded when he throws a pitch right down the middle that's begging to be bombed out of Dodger Stadium tonight. That's what I'm going to say. Dodgers cover on the run line. Grant, I know you hate the Los Angeles Dodgers, but I mean, so just come at me right now. Go for it. Let's go. Drop the gloves.
Well, I mean, the fact that you're being so straightforward and sure of yourself with them at -1.5 after they've lost 4 in a row is just crazy. And yeah, the no-hitter, it's a cool story. It's clickbait. They got on base 8 times. You know what? They also didn't get a hit. That's why it's called a no-hitter. They sucked yesterday. And the Dodgers have Gonsolin on the mound. Do you know how many innings he's pitched this year? 9. All right, so you're talking about. So you don't care about Arrieta. We don't even know who Gonsolin is. We don't know if we can care about him.
Gonsolin's been there for years. He'd be fine. You know what? I could care less about Gonsolin because the Dodgers are going to hit the baseball tonight. That's what it comes down to. They're going to have a little pep talk today. The 3 MVPs, they're going to deliver. Muncy, Bellinger, Turner, Seager. I don't know if Seager's not even playing. Bellinger, Muncy, Turner, Betts, Pujols. Name it. They're going to deliver tonight. They're going to get the job done. They're covered on the run line. Who are you going with, Will?
I'm gonna go with Tanner on this one. Grant's a big ERA guy. I'm surprised he didn't bring up the Jake Arrieta ERA in the mid 5s, but I think the Dodgers can take advantage of him, get some runs on the board. Tony Gonsolin, I guess 9 innings pitched according to you guys, but I think he can at least hold it down. The Dodgers will score some runs. And
Yes.
The reason I was going to say, the reason I didn't bring up the ERA is because we don't really have one from Gonsolin that we can compare it to. This year, we know he's been there in years past, obviously, but he just has barely thrown any at all this year. So that was the reason I didn't bring it up.
Grant, what was the game that you said yesterday where you just talking about like adding ERAs up? Red Sox?
What was it? Was it the who did I take yesterday? Wait, yesterday I had the Yankees.
You said that game was going to go over and it went under, right? Because we said I think
it went under by half a run.
Yeah, so you're adding up ERA strategy didn't really work out too well for you there. All right, so we're going to stay on the baseball field. We'll go with the Nationals money line plus 118. I love this pick from Grant. They're playing the Miami Marlins. I do enjoy Pablo Lopez on the bump for the Marlins, but I think this is a great pick by you, Grant. Talk to me about it.
Well, I mean, I don't know why you sounded so surprised when you said it's a great pick. I mean, that's what we just come to expect from you at this point. But yeah, so we got Lester versus Lopez on the mound. We were just talking about the ERAs, 3.96 for Lester, 2.86 for Lopez. Nationals are on a 10-1 stretch. Now, I don't know if anybody has actually thought about that, because on this show we've talked about how the Nationals, they suck, but they could be so good. And, we're just waiting to see some consistency from them. Now we're finally starting to get the taste of that. They've moved up to second in the division behind the Mets. Kyle Schwarber, excuse me, Kyle Schwarber at leadoff. Ever since he got moved up to leadoff, nobody in Major League Baseball has hit more RBIs than this guy. So not only are the Nationals flying, but their new star is flying with them. Lester, I think he has a good day today, and I just think the Nationals are playing a lot better than the Marlins are right now.
Yeah, I mean, I like this pick a lot. No complaints there. I would say that I would like to see Juan Soto play a little better than he's playing. He's starting to get hot, but I want to see it continue, see it go over an extended period of time. Now, Will, what's your thoughts on this Nationals Marlins game?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Kyle Schwarber, 8 home runs in his last 5 games. I believe that's the first time it's been done in the last 20 years or so, and only like the 3rd time ever. The Nationals have been red hot ever since they've been able to actually get contact on these balls, and they've been able to start swinging the bats pretty well. They've been winning games. Their pitching has also always been decent. Their bullpen's been decent all year. So now that they've actually been able to get some runs on the board, they've been starting to win games. I like this bet.
So we're going to stay on the baseball field. We're going to go White Sox on the run line against the Mariners. I did take this on one of my other parlays today. I think this is a good pick out of you. Who's going? Rodon's going, right?
Yeah, Carlos Rodon for the White Sox. He got Kukichi, I think, for the Mariners. He's been decent this year. He's coming off a pretty good game. He allowed 1 run in 7 innings. So did Rodon. Rodon's allowed 1 run, I think, over 7 innings in his last 3 games. Is pretty much identical starts over his last 3 games. The White Sox, they've been on a little bit of a down stretch here. The Mariners, I believe, are 5-2 or 6-2 in the last 8. The White Sox have been losing a good amount of games recently. But I think just Rodon on the mound purely has White Sox at the advantage here. And I think he keeps the runs off the board. The White Sox get at least 3 or 4 across home plate, and they take the run line here.
What do you think, Grant?
Yeah, I mean, I like the Wizard. I like the Wizards' thought process on this one. Obviously, we're talking about a team in the Cupcake Central, as I've come to know it from Tanner Kern. But yeah, I think everything Will said lines up. I like this one.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with them on the run line with Rodon on the bump. I mean, American League Cy Young candidate. But again, it wouldn't surprise me if the Mariners beat the White Sox because they're just not very good at baseball. All right, so we're going to go to let's see what game I want to talk about right now. We'll talk about the Orioles and the Blue Jays. It's always a fun one to talk about. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Well, the other day, the answer was hump day, so I don't know what the answer is today.
It's freaking Matt Harvey day. It's Matt Harvey day. You know what that means? It's over day. Over day in this game. Matt Harvey has a 7.2 ERA. 7.2 ERA. That's all you got to know about this game. It's Vladdy Jr. versus a 7.2 ERA. The Blue Jays won 9-0 yesterday over the Orioles. They almost covered the over by themselves yesterday. I'm hoping Trey Mancini and Cedric Mullins can deliver today. But I'll tell you what, Matt Harvey and the Blue Jays are going to get this game over today. They're going to be the MVPs of the over. Lock it up, -115. The under was at like -102 this morning. So sportsbooks are favoring the over. I like this game to go over considering it almost did yesterday and the Orioles did not contribute one run. Any arguments there? I feel like there won't be.
No,
there was no argument after you said Matt Harvey. Conversation's over.
I don't know how he got so bad. Will, do you know, like from his times in New York when he's the freaking Dark Knight till now, I don't know how he got so bad.
I don't know. As a Nationals fan, we saw him a lot in a Mets jersey, but then now it's sad to see.
You know, it's amazing too. I thought about this the other day. Syndergaard, DeGrom, and Harvey were on the same staff, and Harvey was the headliner of that group. So it's just, and I think Harvey and DeGrom came in the same year. Syndergaard could have too, but I think Harvey and DeGrom came into the league the same year. To the Players. What?
Tanner, I have a question for you. So yesterday I heard you were discussing on a different show if you were at bat facing 100 fastballs from Jacob DeGrom, could you make contact?
Yes.
How many hits do you think you could get off of Matt Harvey?
You see, I look at them both. Like, if Matt Harvey throwing me 100 straight fastballs, or am I like facing him in an at bat?
We'll say a real at bat situation.
Matt Harvey would K me up 100%. 100%. No, there's a difference between, like, everyone thinks that was so disrespectful to say I could get a hit off Jacob DeGrom. And I didn't say I could get a hit. I said I could make contact. If Jacob DeGrom threw me 100 straight fastballs, I could make contact with one pitch. 100%. It's like a pitching machine. You're timing it up, especially, remove the spin rate. He's throwing 100. It's all about timing. Okay. Now, if I'm facing Jacob DeGrom in a regular at bat, there's no way I'm hitting the baseball. It's not even worth me going. It's like, I forget who said this. Some major leaguer said facing Jacob DeGrom is like going into a test that you're going to fail. Like that's the way it is. But Matt Harvey, same thing. He would probably K me up. If I got 100 at bats off Matt Harvey, maybe put the ball in play once. I don't know. You know what? I did play high school baseball, so I'm just saying, no big deal there. But
I think Matt Harvey did too.
Matt Harvey got drafted right out of high school, so he's a little better baseball player. I just make fun of him now. So anyways, yeah, I think I could get a hit off. I could not. Matt Harvey would K me up, but if Jacob DeGrom threw me 100 straight fastballs, I could hit one. I could put one in play, I believe. We'll get the results of that from the Sports 2.0 Network Twitter page tomorrow or on Monday.
Yeah, that's our video coming. You have to subscribe if you want to see Tanner take on Jacob DeGrom.
Yeah, well, I would love that. I would do it in a minute. If Jacob DeGrom wants to face me, contact the Sports 2.0 Network, and we will set that up. I will drive up to Citi Field to get struck out by Jacob DeGrom, 100%. All right, so let's get into. We'll go to the ice here. We got Lightning money line -170. Islanders, you're taking the over in this. Now, this is a day you should have took 5 because if you push on the over, if 5 goals are scored, you're going to lose this one. If you
I'm going to do my other yesterday I made a proclamation that the Canadians would win. They did. I said 2-1. It was ended up in a 3-2 finish thanks to an Alec Martinez game-tying goal with about 9 minutes left in the third period. The Canadians still pulled it out on an Arturi Lehkonen goal. But I'm going to go with the over in this one. I think we see at least 4 goals out of the Lightning and probably 2 out of the Islanders. Probably a 4-2 finish with the Lightning coming out on top. I said it like Tanner refers to the Dodgers in baseball. The Lightning are the best team in hockey. I still have confidence in them going into this Game 7. Obviously, the sportsbooks do too at -170. I think they take this game. They go into the Stanley Cup Finals against the Montreal Canadiens, where they should win. But, the Canadians have just been on their magical run lately. Who knows what could come out of them in the Stanley Cup Finals, but I'm taking the Lightning on the money line. I think they win 4-2 over the Islanders, so there's your over.
I like the Islanders. I think, you know what? I think we see Game 7. We see an upset tonight, just like we saw in the NBA when the Brooklyn Nets went back. And I think New York gets one back tonight. Islanders go to the Stanley Cup. What do you think, Grant?
Jeez, you guys put me on. I have the swing vote here, purely because he's been so on the money the past week or two. I'm going to go with Will here. I do think the Lightning are the best team now. Obviously, the Islanders have been giving them all they can handle. They won the last game, so you could say they have the momentum going into this. But I do think the Lightning are the best, and I also take the over here because the last time I bet the under, they won 8-0. So I'm going 2 for 2 with Will on this one. Sorry, Tanner.
What do you mean Will's been like doing good? All he's been doing is pushing on all his bets. That's all.
Well, no, on my straight money line bets, I don't think I've missed a straight money line bet in hockey in the last week.
Okay, big guy. All right, calm down.
But you're right about the overs and over-unders. I've been choosing the 5s, and it's just pushing constantly.
That's the way it is. That's what betting's all about. All right, so we got Giants money line from Grant. I disagree with you already. I like the Athletics, but talk to me about this one.
Whoa, why do you like the Athletics so much?
Sean Manaea, that's why. Why.
I mean, yeah, but if you look at it, he's not completely dominating this matchup. 3.01 ERA to 4.05 ERA. Giants are on an 8-1 stretch. Dodgers, I heard you talking about the other day. What do the Giants have to do to really get to the World Series? Dodgers have lost 4 straight, and the Giants are, they're not letting up. They're 8-1, like I just said. A's are on a 2-5 stretch. I think that this is the opportunity for the Giants. You're getting towards that. You're getting towards the crunch time in the season. And I think this is an opportunity for them to really say, yeah, we are for real. People are saying, oh, look at the names on paper, and it doesn't even compare to a team like the Dodgers. But I think the Giants view this as this opportunity to say we're here for real. And I think they win this game, and I think they continue to win the next few games. I think they're going to go on a little undefeated streak.
The Giants will not say they're for real until they win the National League East. Beating the American, the going to be the runner-up in the American League West does not establish that you are for real by any means. I'm just saying that right now, Grant. I do like the Athletics tonight. We'll go with the swing vote. We'll send that over to Will, the Wizard. What do you got?
I'm usually the swing vote here. Grant always complains whenever he gets the swing vote, but Manaea versus Cueto. Cueto's not in his Reds form like he was like 8 years ago. I don't know how long he's been in the MLB now, but I'll go A's just because of Sean Manaea. I like him better on the mound. The A's, they got Chapman, they got all those guys. I think they pull through. I think they just have the better team than the Giants. The Giants have been winning games, but the A's are the better team on paper.
I think Will has to agree with me on basketball and has to agree with Tanner on baseball. I think that's what I've figured out.
I thought he agreed with me on the Suns and 4 yesterday.
No, I didn't.
I didn't. I'm mixing up my shows. But anyways, guys, because we're pumping out so much content on the Sports 2.0 network, go subscribe, free advertising there. All right, guys, last bet of the evening. This is going to take us into the weekend. Are you ready for this? Boston Red Sox on the money line plus 106 versus the New York Yankees. You know why this game matters? You know why this bet matters?
Why?
There you go. You have to ask me the question. I ask you a freaking question. Answer it. Come on now. This game matters because this series matters again. The Yankees are making the climb back into the conversation in the American League. Gary Sanchez is slamming the ball out of the yard right now. Boston Red Sox, the New York Yankees are coming to Fenway Park tonight, and they're going to get beat. That's what's going to happen tonight. Martin Perez is on the bump for the Red Sox. I'm not saying that Perez is going to throw a gem. I'm not saying that. Domingo Germán's on the mound for the Yankees. I'm not saying he's going to throw a gem. You know what's going to happen tonight, though. The Red Sox are going to deliver because the Yankees have failed in clutch situations all season. This is a huge game in the American League East, and the Red Sox come through. I like them with the positive odds more than I trust the Yankees as favorites, and I am a Red Sox fan, just to throw that in there.
Wasn't it Aaron Judge that's been saying like Sanchez could be like MVP level or something like that?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Sanchez can put up MVP power numbers. He cannot put up MVP average numbers. Every year, Aaron Judge says, oh, this guy's going to be the next great thing. I'd rather have Kyle Higashioka behind the plate for defense. Offensively, I want Gary Sanchez in the lineup. Gary Sanchez probably goes yard tonight. He probably hits one over the Green Monster. I'm not saying he doesn't, but the Red Sox come through at home tonight. I think it's a full capacity at Fenway tonight. I'm pretty sure it is. That place is going to be rocking on a Friday night. It's going to be rocking all weekend. Go Red Sox.
Right, the Red Sox have lost 4 of their last 6, 2 against the Rays, 2 against the Royals. And you love to trash the Royals, so I'm not too confident in this one. I would take the Yankees personally.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. They are on a losing streak, but you got to look at what they've done this season. Just cool, calm, and collected. What have the Yankees done? Low valleys, high peaks. Low valleys, high peaks. Booney's got to go before the Yankees get back on top. All right, Will, take us into the weekend here. What do you think?
The deciding vote once again.
Me and Grant are arguing today.
Let's go Yankees. I'm going Yankees on this one. I think they come into Fenway, take the win. You're pretty high on the Red Sox money line. I do like the plus odds on that, but I think the Yankees can take this one. They've been the hotter team.
Yeah, they have been hotter. All right, I'm not going to argue with that, but on Monday when the Red Sox take at least 2 of 3 from the Yankees this weekend, I'll be rubbing it in your guys' faces. That's how it's going to go. So that does it for Parlay Power Hour. It's June 25th. Okay, June 25th. That ticker was wrong, guys. June 26th. Our production assistant, they got to go, whoever that is. Parlay Power Hour, June 25th. That does it for today's show. Will the Wizard Reed, take it away. What's your final thoughts?
The Lightning are going to win today. I'm sorry, Tanner. I know you're from closer to New York. The Islanders might have a little place in your heart, but they're not gonna win tonight. The game's going to go over. Grant's going to feel comfortable following me in the hockey bets because I know what I'm talking about. I'll continue to follow him in the basketball bets, and we're going to make some money here this weekend.
All right, Grant, what do you think?
I think Will and I have just formed a little partnership against our host. I didn't know that this was the plan, but it seems like it's happening.
So that's your final thoughts? You guys are against me?
Yeah, we'll go into the weekend with that.
All right, wait.
It's team 1 versus team 2.
You keep talking here. Give me 5 seconds.
I don't know where he's going.
Oh, what's he got? Tanner, what is that jersey behind you on the wall? It doesn't even have a team name.
It's my high school baseball jersey. There you go.
34.
Yeah, Big Poppy, baby. Go Red Sox. Red Sox get the win tonight in Fenway Park. F the Yankees. The Savages are non-existent. Red Sox win. Alex Cora's Savages. Forget about Booney. Go Red Sox. That does it for today's episode of Parlay Power Hour. I don't even want to hear what you're going to say. Go Red Sox. That's going to take us into the weekend, boys. Have a great one, guys. Thanks for watching. We will see you on Monday for another episode of Parlay Power Hour.